All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your favorite time of the day. Welcome back to KSP with Moon, the Kerran Empire. In first in the comments, I see you, Space Bean Man. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Give me a few moments. I'm still finalizing setting up the stream. Now, you're here because you got the notification from Discord or YouTube directly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't liking and subscribing, or at least joining the Kerran Empire Discord, you are missing out. Some of my funniest stuff is right there at the beginning. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to add a link to the Kerran Empire Discord. And if you join the Kerran Empire, you can compete in challenges, post your screenshots, and see builds of other people, and be around a lot of people like you. Cool people who like cool people. And cool games like Kerbal Space Program. So I am going to post the link to that now. Let's see here. Copy link. Going to the YouTube. I really need to copy and paste this thing. Discord. Okay. Select all. Copy. All right, pinning that. Gonna get my hype music going. Spotify. Let's see here. Okay. I am playing some master boot record to get us started, and then I will open up the music stream after that. Got to put myself in the right mindset. There we go. Okay. Perfection. So, where were we? Last time on the Kerran Empire, we successfully launched the Core Command Module for KS-1, the Imperial High Command Orbital Station. Now, it's not a whole station yet, it's just a little bit of one. But it will be. Let's see here. Kerran High Command. Let's turn off the debris. Toggle debris. Give me my stations. Imperial High Command. There we go. I should probably change that to be a station. Orbiting, excuse me. Orbiting at roughly 200,000 meters above the surface of Kerbin, we have KS-1. KS-1 will serve as the seat of power for the Empire. It's going to act as an orbital refueling station and transfer point for crew, tourists, and anything else we decide to do. So, after a harrowing, almost death by pilot Joe Moore, we were able to stabilize the orbit, put it where it needs to be. Oh, let me quiet my own stream here. Stabilize the orbit, get her to where she needs to be. And we want to bring Joe Moore down to get her promotion because she did a good job. So then what we did is we flew up an experimental craft, the XMPV-2F. Switch to that right now. You would not believe your eyes with 10 million fireflies come out your ass at the speed of light. Oh my god. So this is the XMPV-2F. And it's supposed to be a highly successful single stage to orbit personnel and crew shuttle, right? But we have pretty much run out of fuel. So while further design elements are required to enhance this and make it more functional, we find ourselves needing to refuel. Which wouldn't necessarily be a problem, right? I mean, if KS-1 has fuel, if we dock this ship as part of protocol and take some fuel when we go back to Kerbin, like that, that would be fine. But as of right now, we do not have the means to dock to KS-1 because that part hasn't been installed yet. So these guys are going to hang out. We are going to launch the next section of KS-1, and that's going to add the ability to dock crafts of this lineage, shuttles, anything like that, easy. So we're going to add the passenger docking port to KS-1. All right. Doing that now. So we're going to head back to the Space Center. Tonight's vape sounds are brought to you by Stellar Brand Vapes Banana Taffy Freeze. It's quite delicious, actually. If you're of the appropriate age for such things, and you partake in such things, you will not be disappointed. All right, so let's go to... Let's see here. Check what missions we have. Okay. Skip that one. We have 5 tourists that want to land on the moon, some that want to go by Minmus, and a couple that want to land on Minmus. Needy. Absolutely needy. Okay. We got Nell stuck on the surface of the moon. A couple crafts. We need to perform rendezvous and dock in orbit of Minmus. We're going to hold off on that. Surface outpost on Eve. We're probably getting this mission because we have extremely high reputation, but we're not doing that yet. Space around the moon. Not yet. Let's see here. Orbit around Kerbin and a suborbital space flight on Kerbin. We can take that one easy. Surveys, nope. Play a flag on Minimus, nope. Surface outpost on the moon? Not yet. We filter through this. Moon station. That could be a thing to do. Not yet, but maybe. Let's see. Okay, Gilly. Surface outpost on Gilly. No, not yet. Outpost craft. Kerbin, no. Kerbin, no. 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 Aha! Expand station KS-1 Imperial High Command around Kerbin. Okay. So this expansion mission wants us to ensure the station has an antenna, docking port, and can generate power. That's already done. Have its facilities supporting at least 15 Kerbals. Okay. And they want another cupola. Okay. We're going to accept this mission. So we have to think of our needs and the needs of mission control for this build. We are creating the box that we will operate inside of. So be in command of KS-1. That's easy. Cupola. Actually, did you know Nicolas Cage, right? Did you know that Nicolas Cage chose that name, Cage? He is actually Nicholas Coppola, right? Coppola. He is the child of Francis Ford Coppola, if I remember correctly. But he chose to use... Francis Ford Coppola is a very famous actor. But he chose to use his own name because he wanted to make a name for himself and not be associated, right? He didn't want to ride the coattails. He wanted to make his own name. An interesting thought next time you're watching him steal the Declaration of Independence. Or be a ghostwriter or anything else that Nicolas Cage does. He's very much just Nicolas Cage. So be in command of KS-1, facility supporting at least 15 Kerbals. Have a facility supporting at least 15 Kerbals. How many Kerbals does KS-1 currently support? Well, let's open up KS-1. KS-1 core. Okay. My hair is a bird and your argument is valid. All right, so the KS-1 core currently supports 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Kerbals, right? So we only need to add 6 additional. We only need to add 6 additional um, seats, right? 6 additional rooms. How's it? Spots for people, right? So let's aim for adding 8 additional. So we got to keep ahead of that curve because every time we go to take a mission to expand to KS-1, it's going to get exponentially larger. H. Bainbridge, hello. It's very nice to meet you. I have not seen your name before. I would know. Welcome to KSP with Moon, the Kerran Empire. I'm so excited you're here. We're actually going to be building in addition to our orbital space station. Now, if you're new to the Kerran Empire, know that we are known for building things probably too complicated, but we like to make pretty things here. In fact, if you want to see a lot of the pretty stuff that we made, make sure to click that link. It's the pinned comment and go and join the Kerran Empire Discord. You can see screenshots of things that other people have built, things that we've built. You can compete in challenges, show off your builds, and learn a thing or two about Kerbal and real-life space history. I'd love to have you there. But stay tuned. You're going to see exactly why all the people love to come here. I don't think that is... No. That's different. Bainbridge, Bain, different bands. Thank you very much, Bainbridge. Okay, so the current mission wants us to expand KS-1. Now, this is what is currently in orbit. This is the command core of the KS-1 Imperial High Command Space Station. Omnipresence. So we need to build something to add on to this. Now, the mission calls for having a facility supporting at least 15 Kerbals. This currently supports 9. So we only need to technically add 6. We are going to add 8, which means we are just going to add 2 more Mark II pods. Now that is mission control's need for what we need to do to upgrade the space station. Now we need to consider our needs. And currently, we have a shuttle stranded without enough fuel to return back to the surface in orbit. So we need to add the functionality to allow that shuttle to dock with KS-1. Transfer crew and take some fuel and return. So let's get to building that addition. So this is currently what this looks like. I'm going to change this name to KS-1 model. Right, and this is going to be a constantly updated way we can go look at what we currently have in space. What inspo did you take for the shuttle? The Baran space shuttle? The shuttle we have right now in orbit is actually, when we go to the spaceplane hangar, it's our most recent experiment with the MSV lineage. Open craft. All right, so the original craft was the MSV-2E. That stands for Multi-Satellite Vector 2, and it's the iteration E, right? So this is the refined version of this. This craft is single-stage to orbit, runway launched. It deploys these 4 satellites in succession, and then it returns back to Kerbin and lands on the runway. Bob's your uncle. There you go. Beautiful craft. Successful, elegant, sexy, right? We love this craft. So we wanted to expand the lineage of that. So we developed last night the X. The X stands for experimental, multi-personnel vector 2F. This is the next iteration of this. So you can see the very similar design cues. It's essentially unchanged, except we've swapped out the Thirst Mutilator, yes. And thank you very much, Bainbridge. I appreciate the compliment. So what we did is we swapped out that cargo space. And instead of launching 4 satellites, we can transfer 4 crew members. Great craft. unfortunately, it just doesn't have quite enough fuel capacity to get all the way up to KS-1 in return. Now, I could lower the orbit of KS-1 to 150,000, in which this craft operates very comfortably at 150,000 meters. It can get up with its payload, 150,000, normalize orbit, and then deorbit and land successfully. 200,000 is just past the comfortable threshold. Being as that KS-1 is a space station and it holds fuel, that won't be an issue, and we can continue to use the MPV series until we develop its successor. And I think it's going to be the MPV-3, because I don't think I'm going to expand this one as much. I want to, maybe. We'll see. We'll talk about that. Can't get ahead of myself. But the current situation is this craft is in a synchronous, is identically, not only use the right word here, it is currently rendezvoused with KS-1, unable to dock. So let's go back to this, open craft, KS-1 model, okay. So basically, hold on, Moonbow says, hold on, sometimes my comments get cut off, I apologize, so if I'm never ignoring you, I promise. Okay, so going back to the comments. So basically, we building bigger SSTO. Nice. Yes, we'll build a larger SSTO, a little more capable, and it doesn't even have to be that much larger. We just need more fuel. Now, Bainbridge, I know you're new, and some people out there who are lurkers may also be new. But for those who don't know, we earned all of this money. This is vanilla KSP, we don't have mods, we don't use cheats, but we earned all of this money by farming tourism early in the game. And at the end of the day, we build everything to facilitate that, moving tourists around. So you'll see a lot of that as we go, but we are still riding off the Philosopher's legacy of massive funds from that early game grind. I think we launched... Oh gosh, I think we must have launched the LOTV at least 10 times. The LOTV was this. This craft is what we used to grind orbital tourism. We just kept taking contracts to orbit people around the planet and bring them back, kept filling it up, kept sending it, and then we would convert a lot of that into science. And then we've expanded our science capabilities from that. So LOTV 1F, probably it's just one of the greatest, most functional workhorses I've ever built. Right up there with the Phoenix for anybody who was here for the last time we did Kerran Empire. But without further ado, let me get back to it. KS-1 model. We are expanding this. We are expanding this to house an additional 8 passengers and give it the capabilities to dock a shuttle. Thank you very much. I take pride. I set a lot of rules for myself for how I build things. I'm on console, so I can't copy craft files. I have to build everything by hand. But I set a lot of rules for myself with what things I can phase, how things look. If you look inside here, you'll see that we don't use exploits here. You're welcome to on yours, but here we don't use exploits. We build aesthetically, and then we brute force our way into functionality, which is typically backward for how you'd want to operate a space program, but that's what the Kerran Empire is all about. Beautiful things. Okay, so this is what we currently have. So let me put my thinking brain on. I'm going to put a couple parts out here just so I know what I need to add. So we're going to need 2 of these. Right? We're going to need to dock it. So let me build the docking mechanism first. It's the way I'm going to do. I like to build my docking mechanisms when I'm attaching pieces and building things in orbit. Bainbridge asks, have you thought of using the Apollo lander capsule for a module for a space station? Yes, I have. I like to use those for escape pods. I'll usually build a little bit of extra onto it. The Apollo module is, I believe, this one, right? This is the Apollo module right here. So our resident space history expert is in the comments right now. That is Space Bean Man on here. Um, that's not the Apollo module. Oh, I apologize. That's the Gemini module. Okay. Is this the Apollo module? See, Space Bean Man, he's part of the Kerran Empire Discord. He's say, okay, well, which one is it? Do I have one? Do I? Is it? Is it? Is it this one? This is the Apollo module. Bottom middle. Yeah, this one right here. Aha! Oh, let's see. No. Bean still says no. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Bean says yes. Sorry, there's a little delay. Yes, I actually will probably um, build a craft out of these, right? I'll probably want to use that as well, no, I want to use the Apollo modules to act as worker bees. And what I mean by worker bees, eventually KS-1 is going to be an orbital shipyard. Its purpose is going to be to facilitate and assist in the construction of large-scale ships in orbit. All right. I am going to need craft that are specifically designed to move pieces around so I can construct ships in orbit. And so I will be using this. I don't know why I didn't recognize this as the Apollo one. I will be using this as the base for that worker bee. Now, you'll want to imagine it with having, articulating claws on it, and obviously boosters and fuel, but our engineers will use these to maneuver parts around for upgrades and retrofits for the eventual large-scale spaceships we build in orbit. That's what I'll use those for. I'll probably use these for escape pods, but we'll use that later. All right, so we're gonna need Kerbin Defense Ministries is here. KDEF for short. Nice to meet you, KDEF. We have a new person in the comments, hopefully in the Discord soon, huh? Make sure you say, maybe try making a version of the Canadarm to make a more capable part of the station. There's Ilium Eagle. Columbia's in the home ship. I'm gonna let you guys talk in the comments. I gotta get to building. There are enough experts here. I just like to build pretty ships. As far as what is real space stuff in history, there are a lot more people who know stuff in the comments than I do. I just like to build pretty things. So, when I am building in space, I like to use bicouplers to assure that every piece is connected in a very specific way. Right? Oh, see, I didn't know that. Eagle and Columbia is the only term for the... Okay. It's only the term for the Apollo names. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to replicate this section here to facilitate docking this module with the new module. So I'm going to go to coupling, and I'm just going to copy these. Okay. We're going to disable crossfeed on these for now. Okay, I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to set this right here. All right. So this is going to be attached right here, and we're going to build off of this. Okay, so then we're going to go to our bicoupler. Whoop. All right, the bicoupler is going to attach like that. Okay, we're going to make sure that that's rigid. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shift this down for a second, and we are going to take this one, and attach it here. Okay? So now, technically these aren't attached, but as soon as, if I were to launch this craft, it would automatically snap into itself. But that is how we design that mesh. There we go. Okay. Now what next? I'm going to want to clean up this seam for the attached part, so I think what we'll add now is an engine plate. Okay, so let's go to coupling, engine plates, perfection. Okay, make sure that's rigid, auto strut. Okay, let's try the short shroud. Okay, scroll that up. I don't think that'll work the way I want it to, but that's okay. That's fine. Just a theory. Doesn't have to work. We'll refine that later. Okay. So the next section, it's going to need to be able to dock to other things. So let's continue the shape. Let's see here. Fuel tank. Okay, size. There we go. Rigid. All right, we're going to bring that up like that. Okay. Rigid. All right. Let's make it look like that. No. Yes. Yes, we're going to do that. And then I'm going to take structural pieces here. Let's grab a structural fuselage. Okay. Double that. Rigid. Okay. I personally do not build a lot of replica craft. However, when you get onto the Kerran Empire Discord, you will be able to see some of the screenshots. Bean, have you rigid? Bean, have you made the Soyuz yet? I know you made the Apollo, and then you made the V2. I loved your V2 rocket. Those fins looked great. But did you make a post a model of the Soyuz? Okay. And then let's go with utility. Let's see, how do I want to do that? I like that. KDEF likes to make miniature RC versions of things, which are awesome. Well, now someone needs to make one. It's everyone's job in the Kerran Empire to make sure that Moon is properly educated on the space program. Okay, aerodynamics. Ladies and gentlemen, the train. For those of you who don't know, I live next to a train yard. And you'll often hear my very special guest, the freight train that drives by every 30 minutes. The Venus, the Eve prison colony. Okay, let's go with black. I like black. Okay. All right. And then what will we add to this? Aha, okay. So I'm going to add docking ports to either side of this. I added these to kind of give it like the idea that like they had room to crawl through if they needed to. I'm going to add a docking ports to the front and back of this. And then, so we'll obviously need lights to illuminate the things that are attached. So, okay, let's go coupling, clamp Otron, docking port. Put that right. Let's see here. Okay, make sure that's rigid. Rigid. Maybe we'll bring that out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Lol, now Moon, you're gonna think of that every time. Think of what? What I miss? What I miss? Inline clampatron. What's this one look like? Rigid. Oh yeah. No, it's yeah. Do I like that better? I do like that better. Alright, so let's do that. Get rid of this guy. We're gonna put you right here. Okay. And then that'll allow things to dock right there. Perfect. Need to cover up the nubs. Nub coverage. What's the most overrated capsule? Overrated? I honestly, this one. I feel like everybody and their brother uses it, and I try to be punk and not use it. I mean, obviously, it's the most like reasonable one to stick on the end of a Mark II, right? It's aerodynamically shaped, but I don't like it. I don't like it for the reason that you've got absolutely like shit view from the cockpit, right? Worst view from the cockpit of anything in this game is from this. Um, and it's just I don't know. I think it's overused. I like this one. I love the view. You get I like its inline functionality. But no, the answer to the question which one do I think is the most overrated? It's this one. Unless you're talking about real space history, then I'll mind my own business. Overused capsule, absolutely. But that's kind of default though, right? That's kind of default. That's like because everybody who ever plays ever gets that, but not everybody even unlocks the Mark II. Okay, so cap, 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 cap. Where is the cap? There is the cap. I found the cap. There it is. Okay. Rigid. Rigid. We like that. Okay. And then what are we gonna do for these faces? I think honestly we're just gonna use some adapters. Oops. No, adapt! Adapt! There we go. We've properly adapted. Okay. There we are. We rotate them so they look nice. There we go. Okay. I think that's a question for Bean. Okay, am I tripping or does this look darker than this? Oh, it's because... No, that's weird. Okay, we're gonna shift this down. Okay. All right. Yeah. You had a very boring day, so you're a little wound up, huh? Well, let me unwind you with the sultry sounds of my voice. You're floating on a cloud, a beautiful cloud, the most beautiful cloud you've ever floated on. This is your first time floating on a cloud. Okay. All right. It's the best cloud in the world. A lot of people, they have clouds, not as good as my cloud. Best cloud. Okay. That looks decently even. We like the stripe. We like the alternation. Okay. All right. You know, you got me thinking about the worker bee, and I think I might just want to build the worker bee and send it up with this first section, so that it can parasite off the station and facilitate construction. I think we're gonna do that. Thank you for the prompt. All right. So this will satisfy all the requirements of what we need to do. Let me save this sub-assembly. Okay. Huge clouds, bigly clouds. I don't know that I'm going to build the arm yet. We're not to the dock yet, like the assembly bay. That'll take some time to get to. I definitely have ideas in mind for how it's going to look. All right. So what do I want to add here? Well, I want to be able to illuminate anything that's attached. So let's see here. Okay. Let's save this. Let's switch editors. No, wait. No, let's switch editor. Okay. Open craft. Let's go. Let's merge. Let's merge the XMPV into this to see what it's going to look like. All right, so XMPV is going to attempt to dock this way. Okay. That's going to look sexy. Honestly, that's going to look great. Oh, God, I've had a brilliant idea. Ugh, there it goes. A brilliant idea has been had. What if we launched this up with two radially attached MPVs? Wouldn't that be crazy? We're not going to do it, but we could definitely. Like, there's nothing saying we couldn't launch this up like this, right? Like a modular launch system. Like that would fly. That's got enough thrust to weight if we did something like that. An interesting concept, to say the least. And not only would that put the next section of the station into orbit, that would give us 2 shuttles into orbit as well. 2 shuttles that are specifically meant to service and function KD-1. These could be Royal shuttles. Yeah, that's an idea. That's an idea. I think we're going to use the Afira launch system. We could... The temptation is strong. No, we're not going to do it this time, but that is yeah. It would not be the first time I've twin launched ships to bring things into orbit. Okay. All right, guys. Just so you know, I am going to start trying to end the stream at about 7 every night. So 3 hours of stream. Some of our members requested that I was more regular with my streaming. They're not wrong. Otherwise, you might end up with me streaming until, 7 hours a night, and that's not good for business. Okay. Yeah, this'll be fine. Okay, so let me copy this. Wait, no. Copy this. Take this off of here. Shift this up. Bainbridge, you're leaving? You just got here. Oh, all right. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Please make sure you like and subscribe so you know when we're doing this again. I'd love to see you again. You seem pretty knowledgeable about space. Maui will be my last words. And then they weren't. Be back soon. Already have. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will launch a satellite in your orbit the next time, or in your name the next time I see you. We'll let you name one of our satellites. Okay. All right. Let's save this. Let's reroute. So reroute this to this. And then we're going to reroute again to right here. That should now allow us to separate. Okay. Then we're going to copy this. Okay, we're going to reroute to, what are we, right here? Reroute to this. Okay. Yes, Bean. How can I help you, Bean? Just gonna put that on there temporarily. Is you a Coke bottle or is you not a Coke bottle? I am not a Coke bottle. I am a person, a real man person. Okay, we're gonna reroute from this to this. Okay. And we're gonna rename this. Okay. KS-1 launch 2. Save that. Get rid of that. Okay. All right. We probably need to add some means. Mercury space station. Wow, this place is cursed. No, that's temporary. That's temporary. Don't worry about that. I'm thinking. Okay, we need to build a service module for this. Service module will have brains, and then we'll reroute. Then we will reroute to that. Then we will reroute to that. That is a tongue twister. Okay. All right. So we're gonna build another connector. Copy this. Flip this. Right. Come over here to structural. Grab this. I'm going to wait. No, there it is right there. I can just copy this. I'm going to create a subassembly for this. So this subassembly, we are going to name. Okay, we're going to save this. Okay. Bidoc or Bidoc. Bidoc A. Okay. And then get rid of this. We are going to subassembly this. And we are going to name that Bidoc B. So I never have to make that again. Okay. Hold on, I think I missed a direct question to me. Moon, why do you do all is that you do? Moon, why do you do all is that you do? I'm trying to find out if this is a condemnation or a compliment. Hold on. Why do you do all that is you do? Why do I do all that is what I do? Why do I do what I don't understand the question. Breaking my brain. Why do Moon? Why do you do all? It's a condominium. That's funny. Conundrum. All right. So we're going to build the service module. Service module is going to house the brains of this craft. We'll get rid of this in a second. So let's add the brain. Brain is going to be. We really don't have anything better than a hex and an octo. All right. Let me save this. I think I'm going to break in. I think I'm going to break into the science vault. We got a little science left over. Don't even start with that. we got a little bit of science saved away. Moonbo says, Moon, you've said that you're more fine with clipping now that you know Mark IIs are half empty, but did you know the Mark 1 is half empty compared to Mark 0 or donut tanks? I did not. I would like you to build me an infographic and post it into the Discord so I can visualize what it is with this knowledge that you have. Because if I can justify it, I'll do it. All right, so let's go to the science. Let's see if we can get better brains. Aha! Better brains. Unmanned tech. There we go. 300 science. Ching! Purchased. All right, let's go back to the vehicle assembly building. right. And let's build ourselves a service module for this. Let me close that up. Close. Do you do to do it, or do it as for it? Stop it. I'm gonna have a stroke, dude. Rigid attachment. Auto strut. I cannot believe you guys let me almost not strut the main docking port. While KSP launches, I'll do the dishes. Good. Scrub them. Scrub them. Scrub them good. All right. Pods. Size. Okay. These do the same thing, right? These are the same thing, right? They just are different shapes. Let's read the description. The Octo 2 is far more than a flatter variant of the original Octo. This new iteration of the ubiquitous 8-sided probe core features a much more advanced guidance system. This new model, however, does not feature built-in reaction wheels and does require more power to run, even on standby. Its internal battery supply is also very limited, being intended mainly to keep the standby LEDs lit. Okay. QBE is Probodobodyne's latest development in probe miniaturization. Despite its diminutive size, the QBE is a fully functional and incredibly lightweight command unit. All this goodness comes at a price, however. The QBE's tiny enclosure means that there's no room for internal reaction wheels, and battery capacity is pitiful at best. Despite all this, or perhaps because of it, many engineers have found it to be ideally suited for those optional return missions. Okay, so... Okay. Now, I could be wrong, but I am fully under the impression that the blue sticker, as far as orientation is concerned, well, no, this one. I'm under the impression on this one that the blue sticker is essentially, how you know that this is the up, right? Like on this, the blue window, the blue sticker, right? I am almost positive that the blue sticker indicates which faces the top. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. Okay, put that there. I don't have RP1, friend. You are aware of this. All right, so this is an electronic, so we're going to add our electrics here. All right. Should be good there. And then coupling. No, not coupling, sorry. Payload. We're going to need a bigger load. Let's see here. Yeah, that's fine. Be careful with that, though. Honestly, entering rest mode with an active save file on Kerbal is the whole reason I've had to restart a lot. Well, it's one of the reasons I've had to restart a lot. It's prone to corruption. Let's add an antenna for this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, let's put that right there. Well, not right there, because right there is atrocious. There we go. There we go. I can control multiple crafts at the same time. What do you mean, Bane? Okay, we like that. I want to mini shift that in there. There we go. That looks fucking sexy. You can control, like, wait, Bane, you're on PC, right? I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. And I can see your face on the telephone, on the telephone, on the telephone. Look at me, hands in the air, and it's good to be alive. And I'm a famous streamer, even though the schedule's all crookedy. All right, do you guys want to see a cool trick? Let me save this. Check this out. Okay. I've I patented this, all right? This is the moon method, all right? But we are going to create a perfect ring, right? We are going to radially attach something. Normally, you have what? How many radial attach options do you have? 8? We are going to radially attach something exponentially higher, and we are going to create a perfect ring of solar panels that is going to be larger than this craft here, but is going to be occluded by this, and this is going to be our service module we're building here today to facilitate further launches. So check this out, check this out. This is how you do the moon method, all right? Now's the time to clip. All right, so we are going to go to our fuel tanks. We are going to grab the Mark Zero liquid fuel fuselage. All right, take that fuselage, and we are going to copy. It grips. Now, okay, so we're gonna take this, right? We got the one here, and we are going to multiply that by 8. All right, all right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this, and we're gonna multiply that by 8 like that. All right, we're gonna create this cascade here. Okay. So now we go to the thing that we want to radially attach exponentially. And in this instance, I want it to be the little solar panels. And we're going to wiggle it around. Now that we've wiggled it around, I'm going to aim at our target. There we go. We have our target. All right, because you have to drag it directly from there. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to shift this out. Did I just blow your fucking mind? Nope, not that one. This one. I'm going to shift this out. There we go. Perfect ring of solar panels. Exponentially. I am unsure if I can do it smaller. This is the largest amount that I can do. It works with anything, right? But I think I'm going to try to do a smaller one. I haven't done this yet, so let me leave that there. Let's do this whole thing again, but on a less than 8 radial. Let's go fuel tanks 1. Let's The thing is, it does lock itself into doing that. So until you are done, so we're not even gonna mess with it. Okay, and then structural. Let's go. Okay, gonna set that to 3. Yeah, let's do 3. But let's do 2. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. Let me shift that into here. We rotate these. I did not read that. Post that to the Discord. That sounded intense but useful. Okay, put that there. Okay. Rigid. 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 Okay. And then come here. Okay, put that on a 3 axis. And we'll shift that out. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. No. There. Come over here. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. Okay. I've definitely removed from symmetry before, yeah. There we go. Oh, he's answering your question. There we go. Up, down. L1, R1, and up and down. Okay. There we go. I like it a lot. Okay. Alright. Save the craft. We're going to remove from symmetry. 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 Okay. Oh, let's do it again. I wish there was a quick button for this. I have to do this all with a... Okay. Hello. Okay, remove from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Oh, VDW, you're here. Mayhaps we were not as perfectly aligned as I thought we were. That's fine. We proved the concept. We don't need any of this. Hey, man. We are expanding KS-1. We were building... oh, hold on. We are expanding our KS-1 space station, and we've completed the next section. This is going to get added to the station, and then we are currently building and designing the service module unit that will encapsulate all of this and apply this to the station. And then I started showing off some cool tricks for going past 8 times for your symmetry, which we don't need to be messing with right now. Okay, electrical. It's okay to say Moon, get back on task. No one's going to be upset with you if you do. Okay. There we are. You watched the release of the satellites from last time and it was sick? Yes, thank you very much. We had some pretty exciting moments last night too after you left. Joe Moore, our commander of KS-1 space station, had to perform the Jeslin maneuver. It was Jeslin's idea, but Jeslin was supposed to go up, but actually, stayed back and just, snapped the details. I need to move this one in. No, that's... Why are some of them sticking out? It's awful. It's fine. We love it. Maui, hello. Bainbridge, are you Hawaiian? Are you from Hawaii? I'm just curious. Oh, okay. I have some very good Hawaiian friends in my life. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Undo. Undo this. Okay. Northern. Ah, Canadian. All right. There we go. Put that on a 4, 5, 2. Did radial 8, right? Or is that, were we doing 4? Yeah, we did 8. Okay. Okay. Come on. Nice and easy. Perfection. Okay. Almost. Almost. It's difficult with a stick. Almost. Good enough. All right. We're going to reroute this to this, and then we're going to reroute this to this. We should be able to now shift this. Perfect. Okay. Okay, put you there. All right, now we're going to put our tanks in here. Fuel tanks. This one. There we go. Also, Moon, have you tried doing it but right? Listen, hater. All right. I I don't need your judgment. I welcome it and crave it. And your tears? Yeah, need them. Okay, utility. We're going to make sure we add our headlight to this. There we are. This should give us some light. Okay. Okay, there we go. Actually, it would make more sense. Remove from symmetry. To have this here. Yeah, there we go. Let's do 2 of them. Okay, remove from symmetry. Moon, send the Spotify link. I will send the Spotify link when I'm done building this craft. Only because well, okay, fine. I'm going to send it now so you guys can listen to. But don't change me out of this mode. Can you bring a Ford F-150 to the moon? Yes, absolutely. Okay, Spotify. Okay. A lot of my videos that I post, I use music from this band in them. It works very good as exciting background music. Okay. So I'm going to send the Spotify link right now to the chat. And if you join, you can listen to what I listen to while I listen to it. And you can even add your own songs into the queue. All right. Okay, so these lights are going to assist in assembly of the craft. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to put more of this. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Honestly, The Fate of Ophelia is kind of a banger song. You can throw it on if you want. All right, I'm going to put these on here because we're going to want this thing to be able to jettison itself away from the station. We'll set that as an action. Can somebody please explain to me how the abort system works? Like, is there a way to self-destruct? I mean, is there a way to self-destruct a craft? Like, do we have? Is that a technology? Thank you very much, Moonboy. I appreciate that. Very curious. But is there self-destruct technology? No, there's not. Okay. So we're just going to be throwing more trash. That's fine. I'm eventually going to build a space garbage truck. Okay. And service module is going to need a decent amount of fuel. Size this one. Yeah. I don't want too much space trash. I love trash. Yum, yum, yum. That's a brilliant idea, Moonbow, with putting the engine inside that'll cook the craft. That's brilliant. I will probably incorporate that into a design sooner or later. That's a brilliant idea. Absolutely brilliant. That's a fair. And VDW says, without space trash, how are we going to create problems that we can sell the solution to later? Fucking diabolical. We need to recreate Apollo 1 with Jeb, Bob, and Bill. Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, we will make an event out of that. I'll have a space bean come onto the chat to act as mission control. We'll definitely need to do that. I'm down. Oh yeah, that's sexy right there. Okay. All right. I I don't make rigid. I don't make miniatures. Okay. Build fairing. Okay. Am I trying to kill Bob and Jeb? Why? By having you be the mission commander? Oh, 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 no. God, that's a horrible thing. I thought you were being like, yeah, we should go land on the moon. I'm sorry, wrong Apollo. That's fucking awful. Perfect. Wonderful, and that's the best kind of awful to be. All right, so this is looking good. Now we're going to want to be able to control it. Does this have any? No, it doesn't. Okay. Fuel tanks. Size. Other size. Do the snappy. Snappy Starberg. Make Jeb suffer? What? For first of all, what has he done to you? Okay. And then that's command and control. Okay. All right. Okay, we like that. Oh, we didn't want it over there, though. Motherfucker. Remove from symmetry. Okay. All right. Yeah, we like you there. Up, up, up. Fuck. Damn it. That's fine. Fuck it. They could just be there. Okay. Now we need uppy downies. All right. What are we lining up with? Let's line up with the edge. Okay. Not perfect. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's do it one more time. And one final time. There we go. Shift those in. Okay. And then fronty backies would look way better here. Yes. Cover those holes the best we can. There we go. So we can get rid of this one. Okay. Oh, I'm absolutely locked the fuck in. Hold on a second. Let me finish setting up the RCS thrusters, and then I'll check what you said. I'm so sorry. I will not accept that dare. That's not who I am or what I do. Okay. I think we've got all directions covered. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for our first vote. I want to choose the color of the fairing for this. Right, I'm going to leave that up to you. So, taking a look here, option 1 is white, 2 is black and white, 3 is orange, 4 is gold. It's not gold at all. And then 5 is silver. If you think it should be white, press 1. If you think it should be black and white, press 2. If you think it should be orange, press 3. If you think it should be gold, you're just trying to be edgy and I will not accept your vote. And if you think it should be silver, press 5. We gotta vote for 3. Bainbridge, just one vote. Just one. Bainbridge, stop. Just one vote one time. I have to count up the votes. All right. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Hold on. I should have clarified. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay. Everybody votes one time. Ready? All right. So if you want one, if you want white, press 1. If you want black and white, press 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the train. If you want orange, press 3. And if you want silver, press 5. All right. Somebody give me a count. Who won? Which one won? That got ridiculous. Space Bean votes for 3. Mission Control, Table, Bean, 3-1. Okay. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do we have over 10 viewers? Okay. Well, if we still have over 10 viewers, wait, no, it's 20 tonight. If we get 20 viewers, I will read a poem when we get this attached to the shuttle. One of my own personally written poems. So if we get 20 people in the stream by then, I will do that. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, and sharing if you want to hear more of my poetry. All right, so 3 it is. It's orange. It looks good. I like it. Okay. You know, we put those service lights on, but I really think we need some integrated lights in this. Okay, let's center those. How does Moon want to do this? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay. All right, we light from the bottom. That is going to be the build method for this whole station, just to light it from the bottom, not from the top. We're going to light it from the bottom, and it's going to look fucking sick. Okay. All right. Service module looking sexy. Save that. Let's add engines for the service module. Which engine so if the final stage of this is going to just be, getting it to the station, aligning it and all that, turn this, enable crossfeed. Enable crossfeed. Which engine should we have on this? There, in space, there is no bottom. Small wheel set to never open can be used as lights. That's cool. Bainbridge says aerospike engine. All right, so the first option is aerospike engine. Does anybody think a different engine is going to be better for this final stage of this? This is the maneuvering one. It doesn't have to get it to orbit. It just has to, be able to adjust its orbit. Let's see here. I'm gonna go structural. Gonna go this one. Gonna go this one. Gonna go this one. Use the ant. Okay, so we have three. That's three options. Hold on a second. So, option one, aerospike. Option two, ants. And option three was the boar. Which one's the boar? This one? Dear God, that doesn't count. Poodle it is. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to determine which engine is going to be the best use for the service module here. And keep in mind, we're going to probably reuse this design for a lot of what we do. Terrier? Okay, I think Terrier is probably a better suggestion than Ant. So let's throw Terrier there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it up to Chad here. So if you want the aerospike engine, press 1. If you want the Terrier, press 2. And if you want the Poodle, press 3. We got Bainbridge. Dude, it's just fucking ham. Okay, so Moonbow, that's 2 votes for that one. Okay. We got 2 votes for the Terrier. 3 is the best. Okay, so that's 2 votes for 3. All right. Space Bean, I believe you're a moderator on the channel. If the spam becomes too much of a problem, you have my permission to set mutes. Let's go for the lowest amount of time for the mute, and then let's get progressively higher. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to reference it. If the spamming is a problem, please handle that for me. And that's a third vote for 3. So I'm going to say, if we go for 3, we go for the other variant of the Poodle. Okay. So I'm going to say the Poodle's is the clear-cut winner here. Okay. 3 threes. We're going with the Poodle. All right. And single bell. Oh yeah, that's hot. That's fucking sexy. I like that. I'm gonna take off the adapter. Fuck that adapter. Look at this. Look at that. Just on there. Love it. Yeah, but Moonboo, you said if we went with the poodle, you wanted it to be the single bell. All right. All right. All right. All right. We've got poodle. We've got terrier. We've got aerospike. Okay? Poodle, terrier, aerospike. I'm going to take the vote again. All right? If you vote more than once, your vote doesn't count. So, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, we are voting for which engine is going to work best for this, right? One vote and one vote only. We currently have 10 people watching, all right? Maximum of 10 votes. So if you want the poodle, press 1. If you want the terrier, press 2. And if you want the aerospike, press 3. That is one vote for the poodle. That is one vote for the aerospike. That is 2 votes for the poodle. That is a vote for terrier. 2 more votes for the poodle. And 11 people watching. All right, let me get an official count. I'm calling it now. Let me get an official count. Which one's the winner? No. No, I did not know that, VDW. Hold on a second. How do I... No. I don't see a way to add a poll to the chat. It's fine. We'll do it this way. We'll do it. I like doing it this way. This is fun. It gets people typing, gets people excited. So the poodle is the winner. I apologize, Aerospike. But look at that. That is going to be launched up to the Kerbal Space Station 1. All right, engineers, my fellow engineers, my followers, and loyal members of the Kerran Empire, you are looking at the same thing I am. Am I forgetting anything? If this is in orbit, no, we don't build based on that. We build for looks. Come on now. Batteries. Nope, we have batteries. Batteries are right in here with the Octos. Batteries, check. Anything else that we can think of? Yes, Bainbridge, we'll put sticker on. We will put a sticker on, I promise. We do that right now. Let's see here. Where Bainbridge, since you're new, I'm going to let you choose right now. Where do you want the sticker on this? We have antenna right here. Good call, table. There have been times I've forgotten that, and once you know, I've just launched a dead rock into space. Bainbridge, where do we want the sticker? We'll put one on the service module. Where do we want it? On the module. Okay. Fly-by-wire avionics hub? That would be a good addition. Um, I don't. I don't. Yeah, because we'll want the maneuver. Good call. Okay, let's go with this guy. What the fuck? Oh, you're only for snapping. Let's go with this guy. We're going to put you right here. And then right here. I think, oh, you know what? We'll combine antennas with that. Yeah, that looks nice. Let me rotate that. I think that's centered. No, I want the antenna to stick out. I like combining these things. Like obviously we have our battery power here. It's wired into the antenna. We're gonna do that. That looks good. I like that. Very good call on that. Okay, getting lost here. Okay, which I sent instructions on how to do what? Hold on. On the pole. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I operate YouTube off of my phone. Okay. Let's see here. Bean, did you make another Discord? Going to need an editor soon? I absolutely need an editor. I absolutely need an editor. And anybody who wants to edit my videos, um, and like just like do the highlights, right? Like, well, I will share ad revenue with you, right? We can ride it all the way to the top together. Let's see here. Um, okay. I'm sorry, where did you send instructions? I don't see instructions anywhere. Okay. General? Yeah, no. We'll figure out the polling thing later. Okay, there we go. All right. And a sticker. It's like 4 posts above. I don't see any posts referencing adding the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a sticker on here. Then we're gonna add the Afira launch system, and then we are gonna put her up into orbit. Let's see here. There we go. Perfection. No, there's not. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think we're this is good. This should be able to do everything we need it to do. No, this isn't launching. We're adding. Oh, silly Kerbal. We're adding the Afira Mark III to it. course that's yeah. No, we're good. Now we got to set up our staging. All right. So if I did this correctly, a lot of this work doesn't have to be done again. Oh, but we're definitely taking out the fucking. I'm glad I remembered. Holy shit. Taking this guy out of here. That's caused nothing but problems. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. All right. Checking our staging. Here we go. So we've got boosters launch with the main engines. Okay. And then this separates with the separatrons. Okay. That decouples. All right. The separatrons. Where is this? Those separatrons need to hit when that decouples. All right. Mainsail liquid fuel engine. Okay. Mainsail liquid fuel engine. Okay. Then that's going to separate. Perfect. Is this rigid? Oh, no, that needs to be, though. Is that rigid? No, that needs to be, too. Jeb is in space currently. He's waiting on us to install the docking port so he can dock to KS-1, refuel, and return to land. Okay, separate that. That needs to be rigid. Okay. Switch that. Okay. Liquid fuel engine. Okay. I'm going to go to YouTube right now. Okay. I'm going to click it. When I go to type something in the chat, there is no plus symbol. We haven't lost a single Kerbal yet. Okay. So when you go and type something in the chat, SpongeBob. Press X to doubt. There is nothing to the right of the emoji symbol. I don't have that. I'm not on PC though. It's on my phone. Now it is possible. I'll mess with YouTube Studio later. I think. Hold on. Play Store. YouTube Studio. Okay. I've been operating just off of just base YouTube. So let me open this and see if that does any better. Hello. Oh my god, I have 253 subscribers. I love all of you. Okay, get started. Okay. All right. Ooh, analytics? What is this? Okay. Latest published content. Okay. All right. Comments. All right. Oh my god, this is amazing. Earn. Oh, we got fan clubs, shopping. Oh my god, there's so. What? Okay, so I need. If we're going. Well, we're going to make it popular. If we're going to start generating revenue on this, we got to get 250 more subscribers. We're good on video uploads. And we need to double the amount of valid public watch hours. So that means you guys got to start showing up during the week, right? Gonna start streaming weekly, every day, between 4 and 7 Central Standard Time. I'm your guys. I belong to you, all right? My rockets launch for you. 11 valid public shorts views. We get 3 million public shorts views? Oh, one of the following. Okay. My God, that's insane. Okay, anyway, back to the dashboard. Okay, content. I'm live right now. Can I see my live right now? Live. No, that's our first space station. Can I see my current live? View all. Sort by most recent. Okay, those are just the video uploads. Okay. Community. Okay, no. Okay, I don't think I have a way to do this from here. Can I make maybe I can make one of you a moderator in the chat and you can create that. No, this is Patrick. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Okay, let's see here. Oh. I didn't mean to delete that. I view deleted message. Hold on. I didn't mean to delete your message. Okay. VDW. Let's see here. All right, Bean, are you still here? Space Bean? Space Bean. Space Bean Man, are you still here? My number one in the chat. Tell me you're still here. Okay. You are a moderator. Can you make no Space Bean, can you make a poll? Everybody wants me to put polls in the chat. Can you make one as a moderator? Let me know. All right, let me continue on with what's going on here. We'll figure out the polling, but not right now. Decoupler, that needs to be rigid. I don't like wiggly rockets. All right, double checking our staging setup here. We've got boosters, main engines, separators and separation, separators and separation, mainsail. Okay. All right, and then separator. Okay. And then poodle. All right. I want to pop our top after this stage. So that's this one. What's this one? Yes, the mainsail. So I'm going to pop the top before the mainsail. Okay. That'll fire. And those will fire. Let's see here. We're going to stage this. Enable staging. Enable staging. Enable staging. Enable staging. Okay. All right. Those will pop off. And then those will fire. Okay, I think we are ready to launch this next section of our space station. Here we go. I don't know how well it's gonna do, but I think 4,800 meters per second of delta V is probably enough to just make a comfortable 200,000 orbit, right? Like like it's overkill, absolutely overkill. Let's do it. Today is an historic day for the Kerran Empire. We are launching up the next section of our glorious Castle in the Sky, KD-1. Center Imperial High Command, the first and most important space station in the entire galaxy. It is from here that we will project our power It is from here that we will tighten our grasp, and it is from here that we will stomp our boots into the stars and let everyone know that the Kerran Empire is the best. And all of you make up the Kerran Empire, so you're the best. Feel affirmed. Yay, you're welcome. 5, 4. Wait, no. Mission Control. This is the dudes over in that building over there about to launch this rocket that doesn't have people on it. We are requesting permission to initiate the launch countdown for KS-1 L2. Copy that. Mission Control, we are launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mission Control, how we looking? Mission Control reads systems reading nominal. Beginning gravity turn. Probably should have started it way sooner, but whatever. SpaceX would not do this. I don't know what RTS safed means, but preparing booster separation. Boosters have separated. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Orientating horizontal, 90 degrees. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. That's fine. We didn't need that. We didn't need that at all. Where the fuck is it going though? I'm sure that won't cause any problems later. All right. Whoops. We're fine. This is fine. This is fine. Stabilizing. Why? That is an intense spin we got going on. I am attempting to stop spinning. I have to start for this. Okay, all right. Hold on. We're gonna do it again. That was just a simulation. I hit the gravity turn wrong anyway. Any suggestions on which altitude we should begin our turn? Oh, you know what, KDF? That's an absolutely true statement. Time warp does stop spin. All right, trying again. Anyone got input on when we should begin that turn? All right. Attempt number 2. Beginning gravity turn. And what angle should I aim it down to? Okay, when do we initiate roll program? 300 meters per second. Okay. And what angle should I be aiming for here? Oh, just prograde. Okay. Copy. Prograde. Copy that. right. Looking good. Preparing for booster separation. T-minus 3, 2, 1. Booster separation. Successful. Okay. Cutting main engine. Apoapsis and aggressive enough based on your TWR. Okay. All right. Well, it's good to have, some like solid things to aim for. Obviously, we've been to space a few times on this show. I know how to get there, but I am interested in making it a little bit more efficient. Okay, we have left the atmosphere, so I'm going to activate this. Deployed. Now our solar panels can properly solar. Okay, so I'm just gonna proceed to my apoapsis and burn prograde. All right. Get a little bit of turn down there. Use the Ephira to this big, massive, wiggly gimbals. Hashtag don't put that in your ass. All right, burning out the remainder of the Ephira engine. We might be able to make orbit. We should be able to make orbit with this. Well, or at least close to it. I'll be happier if we don't make orbit. I'd like it to re-enter. Okay. Initiating Ephira separation. Ephira separation successful. Goodbye, Ephira. Have a fun trip down. All right, let's continue our burn for orbit. There we go. Burning. All right, periapsis in the positive. There we go. Gonna hit that 250 mark. No, wait. Wait. Let's alter it right here. Okay, I'm gonna go radial out. Come on. Get in position. Alter this orbit. We want to hit 200. Perfect. Okay. RCF thrusters off. All right, let's line up with set as target. I need to. Somebody please remind me when we get there to change that to a station. It's still a pod. Maybe it won't be a station until we attach to it, yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. No, not there. What are you doing, Moon? What are you doing? Let's go here. App maneuver. I'm having a stroke. Goodbye. Okay, there we go. App maneuver. I want to come back and touch it. There we are. Oh, that's going to be nice. Okay. Let's warp to our next maneuver. Okay. Now, after we get this hooked up, attached, and docked, I actually have a very... Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. If the entire history of the universe were compressed into a single year, with the Big Bang on January 1st and today at midnight, December 31st, humans would only appear in the last few seconds. What do you think that says about our place in the universe and how we use our time here? And that is a question for Space Bean. So after we get attached to the station, I'm going to bring Bean into the chat, and he's going to give us his very best answer to that question. I'm also going to post that question in the Discord so he has time to prepare. But I have been wanting to know this. Copy that. I want to hear Bean's opinion on this tonight. Okay, so we're going to put this into the Discord. There we go. Yes. There are trains. I've missed my node. God. There should be a rewind option. Oh, get to the maneuver. All right, there we are. Make sure to keep the canned goods on the station fresh. Absolutely. Bean, were you still wanting to join the voice chat tonight for my special guest spot? Okay, so let's see how close that got us. Good, good, good. And retrograde. Try to adjust this a little bit. Okay, let's get to... Our relative speed's not even going to be that fast. That's excellent. So let's warp to here. Okay. Orient retrograde in relation to our target. Okay. Going to... go. All right. In position here. And a decent amount of reserve fuel, so I think we'll hold on to this section of the station for a good amount of time. Copy that, table. Sending the Spotify link now. Hold on a second. Share link. Copy link. Okay, so we are... Wait, where's our target? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Okay. All right, lights on for maximum cinematic value. Okay, aiming at the target. This tank is pretty much dry. Okay. How much fuel's in there? 84. That's not a lot, but we could use it. Okay, adjusting heading. There we are. Okay, increase that speed to 4 meters per second. 4 is perfectly fine. And tonight's first quick save of the game is brought to you by I don't want to have to do that again. Okay. Approaching target. Mission control, module KS-1L2. Approaching KS-1. Permission to initiate docking procedure for expansion of KS-1 space station. Copy that, mission control. Initiating braking turn RCS thrusters. Approaching 50 meters. Copy. There we go. Everybody here has cool names. And Bainbridge, I gotta tell you, man, you come into my stream, you meet my friends, and then you talk shit about their names. You're not scoring points, man. You're not scoring points. For the modules, I have the best names for the modules. Thank you. Kerran Station 1, right? The Kerbal High Command? Or Kerran High Command, Kerran Station 1. Yeah, and our next space station, likely around Moon, is going to be KS2. And our next station, likely around Minmus, going to be KS3. So on and fucking so forth. I don't need a better name system. Besides, what? We got a better name? All right. Preparing for docking procedures. Sending signal to KS1. Joe Moore, come in, Joe Moore. This is ground control for KS1 L2, requesting that you align to our orbital plane, or to our, oh god, brain fart. Straighten it out! We're gonna connect! Congratulations, you're being rescued. I love K2SO. Alright, so we are going to control from here. Okay, where's the top of the craft? Alright, let's rotate. Okay, gonna rotate. So we're gonna control from here. Okay. Okay, we are going to orient at 90 degrees, prograde, right? Orienting prograde. Right there. Okay. And we want to line the rest of this craft up with that. So I'm going to turn this way, and we are going to rotate this way. There we are. Switch back to you. Okay. Initiating thrusters towards target. Hello, Internet. Here's everything about me. This service module is the shit. Connection successful. Alright. Control from here. Orienting prograde. 6:14 here. I will be streaming for 45 more minutes. The dock and cock. Okay. Alright. Look at that. So step 1 of our mission successful. Now I'm going to bring Space Bean on here to act as mission control, and we are going to attempt to dock MPV 2F here. So let me get that going here. Computer, call mission control. Dialing. Beep boop. Beep boop bop boop. Beep boop. Okay. Close party. This is Kerran Empire. Mission control. There we are. Okay. No, it's going to be 7 o'clock my time when I stop. There's 45 minutes here left. Okay. Invite players, select players, and let's Kerran Bean. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. It's Moon calling you just to see what you're up to. Ring, ring.
Here.
Ah! Mission control. It's finally good to have you on. Looks like those new antennas we brought in with that new module are working well. So what do you think of KS-1 so far, Bean?
I mean, it's looking nice. It's looking real nice and big.
I'm digging it, honestly.
You need you could use a gravity ring.
Gravity ring. Oh, yes. I think you're right. I think a gravity ring would look quite nice. You mean for like a habitat, like a spinning
Yeah.
habitat? Yeah, that would be really cool. I think we'll definitely have to make a point to add that later on.
And also, did you change it to a space station?
Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate that. VDW says it's nice to have you up here. So we are going to rename the vessel. Change type, change type. Okay, edit name. KS-1 Mark II. No. KS-1 Imperial. Oh, somebody made a name suggestion. I didn't see what it was, but it said the name Imperial in it, and I love that. Let's see here. Who was that? Who was the Imperial? The Imperial Sky. KDEF says the Imperial Sky. It's an interest. Imperial Sky.
Maybe like Imperial Star, because Imperial Sky is kind of like broad.
What about the Imperial Spire?
I mean that can work.
Or the Scepter, right? Could be the Scepter, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Indeed. We're all twiddling our we're all twiddling our
Mustaches.
yeah, our villainy mustaches. How about Imperium, right? KS-1 Imperium, right? Station.
Hmm.
What's
That
up,
works.
Sikar? How are you doing? All right, so the name is Imperium. It is a station. Save name. Okay. And that is, wait. Okay.
Holy shit.
What?
So, Grateful Jeb just sent a picture.
Okay.
It's like this big room, right? Like it has 250th USM with the big American flag, and there's a screen, there's a monitor, big, like very big, to the left and right, and it's your stream.
Wait, what?
You put your stream on like a monitor in like I'm assuming like a US military area.
Where's this
And
at?
he sent it to a group. It's a different one from yours. It's called Kerran High Command. And it's for like you, Grateful Jeb, Bane, and me.
Why do we have two Discords?
Just because it gets hard to reach each other when something bad's going on, because there's a lot of messages.
We don't need two Discords for that. I can make a separate channel that only the people with the proper roles have access to message in.
Well, it's already made, so just you have to talk to Grateful Jeb about that. It was his idea anyway.
We will we'll handle all that. All right, so please remind our viewers of what the mission is tonight.
Big space station.
Well, we've definitely added the docking module, the shuttle docking module to the station. But what is our next task?
Man, just more space station. Like
Come
you could talk.
on.
I'm not saying it. Uh, guys,
We did you
guys.
forget that Valentina, Jeslyn, and Jebediah were stranded in orbit, waiting for
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
docking to be
No.
installed?
Nope.
Yes, they are stranded in orbit, waiting to be able to dock with the Imperium, which is a fucking cool ass name. KDEF, thank you for the name suggestion. Imperium does sound pretty cool. Imperium, KS-1 Imperium. Okay, set as target. All right, we are going to maneuver to it. I think we have full RCS maneuverability on this, so let's go. Let's aim at the target.
Press A to play RP1.
There we go. Let's alter our trajectory here.
Got it,
Okay.
boy. Valentina, Cheslin, and Jebediah.
Yeah, well, we're going to get Joe Moore to bring her down so she can be promoted. She's got to come back to get promoted. She is the commander of the Imperium. But obviously we need to upgrade her, and the Imperium doesn't have the facilities to host the royal fanfare, as in the the science lab for the upgrades. So we gotta bring her back down. So Jeslyn, or I'm gonna have to leave somebody up here. Probably. Well, we can leave Jeslyn up there because of the excellent suggestion of adding the fly-by-wire, it doesn't matter that Jeslyn doesn't know how to fly anything because we have robots to help. So Jeslyn will be left in command of the Imperium while we do that.
Robot uprising,
Next
whatever.
ship is
Both,
the
both work.
Imperator. Okay, all right. VDW just named our actual ship, and we will be building a ship. It's actually going to use an Aphira as the drive section. Um, so obviously we'll need to be able to get it fully fueled up. But I am interested in building a ship based on the Aphira that can that I want to see how far we can go with it. Like, what is the range of it from Kerbin orbit out? So we'll probably, I don't know, we'll probably take that interplanetary for sure. So tonight's next quick save is brought to you by I don't want to do any of that shit again. We're on a roll for successes tonight, guys. Look at that, the fucking. What do you think of the XMPV2F?
It's nice, fancy looking.
It is. Imperial Rose. I like that name too. Another one of our ships will have to be called that. Actually, I plan to have two shuttles that are kept docked on the Imperium, right? So perhaps one will be named Rose and one will be named Thorn. And Rose and Thorn will be assigned to the Imperium as shuttles for transport, probably between here and Moon. The
I
Saber,
was
okay. The Saber will have to be our a weaponized craft for sure. But the name like that has to be the slicing, the front line. Or maybe the Saber could be a class.
for the double shuttles. I was thinking more like Apollo Artemis. Because they're I think they're brothers.
Apollo and Artemis, absolutely. Like everything here is Imperial, but the Imperium is yeah. Okay. We rotate this. Okay. Oh. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So what? It's called Variations on a Theme. Okay. We get some call outs here from you, Bean. You're supposed to be mission control. You're supposed to be calling out everything I'm doing.
Yeah, it's the stream is like kind of outdated, like 3 seconds. Right? So
A whole
once I'm
3 seconds, huh?
I already did it.
Mission control. This is personnel shuttle MPV-2F experimental requesting permission to dock with Imperium.
Yeah, go ahead, go close and dock. That's a confirm.
Copy that. Orienting. Switching to docking mode. Control from here. Okay, orienting towards target, if we can find it. There we go. What did VDW ask me?
Have you seen the YouTube short film Solstice 5?
I have not seen the YouTube short film Solstice 5, but I will tell you I'm a big fan of short films. Um, is it? I would. Yeah, I think I'll watch it. No spoilers, but tell me the concept. Imperium. This is personnel shuttle MP experimental MPV approaching you now. Please prepare to receive Docking instructions. You should 100% watch it. I will. Can have a whole floral class: the tulip, the orchid, the desert rose. I like that, KF. I think that's a very good idea. I like to, I like to do things like that. I think you know I like to do things like that. It's an excellent suggestion. I'll tell you what, though. Maybe we have everybody in the Kerran Empire adopt a name for a class and then build a class based on that name. That's an idea. We'll workshop it. Okay.
Damn it!
Something.
I dropped my cheese.
You dropped your what?
My cheese.
What kind of cheese are we eating tonight, Mission Control?
Hold on, let me check.
Approaching
Old
Imperium.
cheddar cheese plus raspberry infused dry cranberry graham bites and milk chocolate chunks.
That sounds actually pretty good.
I'm picking up my cheese.
Okay, all right. Well, perhaps that can be our next. Did we already determine what our next challenge was?
Yeah, wait, hold on. What is that? Because I want to know.
It might just be a. It might be a. Well, do we have a next challenge or do we not have a next challenge? Because if we don't have a next challenge, I'm about to tell everybody what the next challenge is.
I really want. We don't have a one yet. Oh god damn it, Bane.
It's your fault, dude.
He's gone. He's not in my closet anymore. I think he was gay.
All right, switching to Imperium.
No, table. You have to win. You
Oh,
have to
wait.
win.
I forgot that we set a whole action for this docking. Hold on. Close that. It's action 10. Do it again. Look, now things are lit up properly.
And what is the next challenge? I want to know.
Okay, so you want to know what the next challenge is?
Yes,
Okay. Well, first off, who made the suggestion of the floral?
that was. I kind of forgot. Floral.
Look in the comments.
Lead maybe K-Def.
Was it KF? You suggested the floral stuff, right? I thought it was. I
Yeah, I
didn't
think
think
that's
it.
it.
I didn't think it was Moonbow.
Yeah, quote Imperial Saber, then have whole floral class.
Okay, so KDEF did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, KDEF. Um. Let's see here. Let's see how do we want to do this?
Hold on, Grateful Jeb made a suggestion. Hear him out. He won the challenge after all, so he should be able to decide.
Grateful Jeb did win the challenge. Okay, Grateful Jeb. Let's hear your suggestion. You won the challenge. You have earned the right to dictate the scope of it.
Please don't be an SSTO.
He he can do whatever he wants.
I beg of you.
Well, Jeb, all I ask is that you somehow incorporate this floral naming scheme if you're going to have everybody make something.
All right, let's hear it, Jeb.
Yeah, Jeb, let's hear it. And make sure you copy and paste whatever you say here because you're going to have to put it in the Discord too.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still, he still won it.
I'm not.
So
Hold on. Jeb has an idea for what the challenge is going to be. So, Jeb,
yes.
let's hear the challenge.
Come on, Jeb. We believe in you.
I'm going to wait until we're in the sunlight because I don't like docking in the darkness.
Okay. Give the Rose title to table, but still.
Jeb must be typing.
Hopefully. Yeah, you guys can sort out the flower names later. We gotta hear
Yeah,
from
so
Jeb.
we'll sort out the flower names later. Jeb's going to dictate what the challenge actually fucking is.
He's gotta take a minute. Let him take a minute. All we have is time.
Okay. Aim at the target. Where's the target? There's the target.
So, Moon, you know how it takes like 3,400 delta V to get into orbit in stock?
I don't know that number.
You don't know?
Listen, I know how to drive a manual shift vehicle.
Look,
I know how
look.
to I know how to play guitar. I know how to do all sorts of things. I'll tell you what I don't know is how to remember very specific details and information about that. So I'm
In
going to rely on you for that. But anyway,
the
continue. It takes some delta
in
V
the
to get to
stock
orbit.
Kerbal system, it takes about 3,400 delta V to enter orbit of Kerbin.
Okay.
That's like around the amount that you have with your rapiers on uh engine fuel mode.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the base number. And so, in RSS, I'm gonna make a comparison here, which is real solar system. It takes about 10,000 starting from launch all the way to orbit. And that's the unfortunate number I have to deal with every single day. Uh, Orbital velocity, when you count it, there is 7,800 meters per second. So that's interesting, isn't it? And I want to see you suffer when you're playing RSS because that would be really funny.
Okay.
Oh, and now Grateful Jeb. A
Yes,
Mun mission
please
without
read me what Grateful Jeb has said the challenge will be.
right. A Mun mission without pre-made pods where you can make your own science equipment, fly by orbit, or land, but must return to Kerbin, maybe crew of 4.
Okay.
That's what he.
Okay. So Jeb has stated that the next challenge will be to create a craft that does not use a pre-made pod and instead is made out of a pod that you yourself constructed around the what's the little seat? What's that called? The seat pod. What is that?
I don't know, external seat?
Yeah, the external seat. Okay. So Jeb wants us to create our own like unique pod around the external seat using, science parts. And does it have to just be science parts or is it just parts in general? Command seats. Thank you. That's the word. My Helldiver's ship is the SCS Prophet of Wrath. Sorry, just throwing that out there.
That seems a big leap from shooting down satellites, but sure. So that's like you have to get a command pod, make a thing around it. No, but it must have. So what are you saying? Just I can use any kind of command pod, or does it have to be a seat where I have to build a command pod around it?
Must have science or must be made entirely out of science?
Entirely out of science? Oh god, I'm cooked.
We're all cooked. All right, we are approaching our target. Preparing to dock, refuel, and re-enter orbit. Deliver some
Deliver some
democracy.
democracy.
36 minutes. America! Space
Yeah, so
America.
I can just grab like an
Judge of
MK3.
Judgment.
Yo,
Sorry.
Grateful Jeb. I can grab like a MK3 prod just like there.
All right, Jeb, explain. You create your own pods from parts, collect science. Smart. I like that. All right. For those of you who are new to the Kerran Empire and or the Discord, um, we do have an assigned Imperial Challenge moderator. That is Bane. So, Bane, I'm going to ask you to type up an official rules list for this. We cannot initiate the challenge until we've made sure we've cleared up all previous challenges and assigned everybody's proper ranks and roles. I think you did that today. Are we all caught up on challenges and promotions?
Most people are.
I upgraded Bane's permissions today to Well, okay. Thank you very much, Bane. I appreciate that. 50,000 K coins to you.
So I guess time to delete some mods.
I really think you just need to run 2 separate instances of Kerbal.
Yeah, I did. I copied and pasted, but CCAN is a little weird, so I have to. Basically, I have two files of Kerbal. I have one for RSS, which is what I use mostly, and I have another one that I haven't used yet. But like, when I delete mods entirely, then I have to delete them again on CCAN. It's a thing that I can't change.
Okay.
So I'll just delete the ones on the stock playthrough, download the ones I need, and it's all good. Ship classes.
What are you doing? I said control from here. Why are you being ridiculous?
Never. That's blasphemy. You should be ashamed. It's already deleted, it's just that CCAN doesn't like it. Oh shit, the demon's back.
That's fucking weird. Those all sound like great ideas. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Why don't you build one ship in the name of the Kerran Empire? Tell us what its name is, and then we can help everybody else understand. For that, that's not a challenge, but all right, docking is successful. Look at that. All right, let's do some crew transfer here. Do do do.
Or
All right, so Jeslyn, transfer crew. That's Jeb. Hold on.
hold on, you know what? I'm gonna put some more sounds and emojis in the Discord because it's lacking.
Jeslyn, you are transferring to KS-1. Okay. Transfer crew. Joe Moore, you are transferring to that. Transfer crew. Jeslyn, you are assuming command of KS-1. All right, and
Hey, Vsauce here. Your house is very secure.
stream ends in 20
Or
minutes.
if
Thank you for the reminder. All right, and we need to refuel this craft. So let's get to doing that. Liquid fuel, oxidizer, out, out.
I'm gonna go back, I wanna see, must I land on the moon? Fly by, orbit, or land. Okay, I can do any of them.
Okay,
I'll do whatever I want.
all right, let's add another stage here. Put that there. Did we have
You know,
separators? Are there separators on this? I don't remember. No, they're not. Okay. So we're going to eject that part of the craft. Decouple. Get the fuck out of here.
Corbel space program.
Did I put that on upside down? Oh my god, I did put it on upside down.
Hey,
That's
Vsauce. Michael here. Now, is your submarine secure? Or is it? I wish I could play the sound, but I have my headphones on. It's unfortunate.
okay. Back to refueling procedures. Okay. It's this. We're gonna keep the service module intact. Alright, take that off of there. Take that off of there. We are hooked to this one. Okay. Open that. Pin that. Open that. Open that.
My man Moon.
Pin that. Open that.
Moony boy.
Yes, sir.
What do
Pin
you
that.
want most in Kerbal Space Program?
To get ideas out of my head to
No, no,
build
like
and make
you
beautiful
can
things.
like, things you can add to KSP. What would you do? What
Oh,
would
what
you
would I?
add?
Oh God, what would I add to KSP? Let's see here. First things first. God, there's so much.
You're getting ideas?
I want interactive interiors, right?
Okay,
Like I want to
that's
be
free.
able to get out inside my ship and move around.
Yeah, so that's free IVA. That's a mod. Anything else?
Uh, yes. Save that. Okay. Multiplayer. I want multiplayer. I want to be able to have
Hmm.
multiple people start. I want to have like 8 or more people, and we all have different launch sites on Kerbin, and we all upgrade them and can do them right on
Yeah, that's called
an instanced
multiplayer.
server. So
Hmm. See, like the space race aspect, you would probably have to do that like separately, but there is a mod called Luna Multiplayer. It's basically just you fly planes and rockets at the same time.
no, I want us to be able to start on different sides or biomes of the planet, right? A landing strip, launch pad, all that for each of us.
Mhm.
And then I want to be able to build up, militaries. I want to be able to send a fucking ICBM to your fucking place, and then you got to try to fucking shoot it down because the radar system we installed last week is going off like a motherfucker, screaming at
Okay,
you
okay.
that an
Guys,
ICBM is inbound. So you got to shoot it down.
calm down, good sir. See, you probably can't do that in Luna Multiplayer, so that's unfortunate. But me and Bane were actually discussing this, so this is a great time to bring it up. If I haven't already brought it up, we were talking about a like competitive kind of series involving you, Bane, and me.
Yeah,
Once you get a computer and mods, obviously, because it wouldn't be,
obviously.
it's not, it's an advantage. But the discussions haven't gone anywhere, so it's more like an idea just floating around.
Okay. All right. So we are going to control from here.
Me and Bane spent like 1 hour talking about everything that would happen, but like nothing at the same
Going
time because
to.
we got nowhere.
All right, mission control. This is multi personnel vector 2F, requesting permission to break dock with the Imperium and return to Kerbin.
Yeah, you are go for undock.
Copy that.
Any other additions to the beautiful game we call Kerbal?
Oh, I can think of 100.
List them now, or else.
Uh, I'd like to be able to just simply repaint the stock parts.
Yeah, okay, we just also something for that.
Be like the Lay of the Wars, but if we were going to do this being a moon, we gotta set the ground rules, then we can all agree. Oh, absolutely. Okay, close
Yeah, I
that.
think the problem is that I mean you guys probably fit more lay force kind of stuff. I'm more for the a space race for all Kerbal kind of thing. So like my ideas don't match with your guys' ideas.
I
So
think, it all sounds like it'd be fun. Okay, preparing to re-enter Kerbin. What are you doing? Go this way. Okay. I can see the Kerbal Space Center from here. I will make Kerbal launchers, don't you worry.
More additions, Moon Boy, Tommy, Oto.
I'm here.
More additions, buddy boy,
What is a Nissan Micro?
Nissan Micro. Let me see, Nissan Micro.
Night
Mm,
M VDW. Oh, it's VDW hopping off?
the small car. It's a Nissan small car.
I don't I don't know what a Nissan Micro looks like. I'm gonna have to look that up. I know a lot about cars. I spent a lot of years as a tow truck driver. Is that an American car?
Is that why you have that name?
Yes.
Okay. And what, did it fit well with the Frank Sinatra song?
Yeah.
Ah, that works.
Have a good
All
night,
right.
VDW.
Goodbye, VDW. Well, man, now I'm just here, just like gonna ask questions generally. So,
I mean,
uh,
we've got 11 minutes.
yeah. So I'm gonna hurry this one up. More additions, more, because that's like all I can do now.
Radial in. There we go. Well, what else would I? Yeah, I'd like to be able to paint the craft.
Yep.
Um, Obviously, I'd like, weaponry. But there's so much
Oh,
I could think I would want to do with just what's stock here, right? And it's really just that multiplayer. I really think the multiplayer aspect would be delightful.
so you're more like a BD Armory kind of guy.
Maybe.
All
I'm
right.
really a purist, and honestly, I gain immense satisfaction from building and designing my own weapon systems.
Okay, so BD, it's like um, you know, you're not gonna build most of it. Most of it's already pre-built, as I'm assuming. You can correct me, but I'm pretty sure most of it is already pre-built, and you just strap it to your weaponry and shit. Your planes.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't want to do that. I'd rather build my own. See, the fun comes from the maniacal um, creations, right? Dedication, spending hours
Mm-hmm.
and hours.
Because Spain is more a BD armory guy, and I'm more like I'm less into that kind of military stuff.
I built some pretty cool weapons. You saw my tank I built, right? Like that thing was cool.
It's cool. It's cool. There are weapons you can build. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Of course, now you're getting into like space engineers territory, right?
Mm.
Like the survival and the crafting aspects of it.
Hmm. Are the mods gone? The mods not gone. There's still 3 minutes, 12 seconds left.
I own Space Engineers and I played it a little bit, and I know that if I start playing Space Engineers and I get into it, that's all I'm gonna want to do, man. Like I have it. I played it a tiny bit. I know that I can put my brain into it.
Yeah, the missile I used, I'm gonna go to my channel to talk about that because there's nothing else I can talk about with the time I have. Uh, Most of that plane, like Star 71 Blackbird looking plane, was stock with the recolor, and the missile was procedural parts.
Yeah. This craft was so cool. I liked this. We could do that a bunch of times. This is now the official way to shuttle personnel to and from the Imperium. That
Ladies
sounds
and gentlemen,
awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, the train. Um, I'll tell you, I don't know if any of you do. Um, and you may not know this, but I also play Ark. I run a server on Ark, and we have the Lunar Empire there. So, if any one of my fans enjoys Ark, um, and writing and stories and RPGs and cool, awesome shit like that, like hit me up. Like I'll bring you into it. But that Ark is after. 7 o'clock. KSP is between 4 and 7. You can find me here. Thank you, table. I need help getting into Space Engineers. I really like it. Right? I really like it. And I know I'd have a lot of fun with it. We'll do that. We'll, way down the line. Send me info. We'll link up maybe sometime next weekend or something. But
When you
yeah, mission absolutely completely successful. We have upgraded the Imperium. We have performed our crew transfer. I think even achieved our actual mission here. Oh fuck! We didn't add. We didn't add the auxiliary viewing cupola. That's funny as shit. Well, we will have to bring a cupola up there next time. Perhaps I will build a ship that is meant for picking up garbage for that. So, I want to thank you all very much for joining me here tonight on the Kerran Empire. Um, I've had a good time. Bean, thank you for being here as well. You guys inspire me to improve and do better and impress, right? Like I thoroughly enjoy streaming and playing this game for you guys. I'm not the best at it, but I have fun with it, and I have fun with you guys. And I want to thank you guys very much for being here. Hearts to you too, Bane, all of you. You're awesome people. You're knowledgeable. I am setting hard limits for myself. If you guys want me frequently, and you guys want me um, regularly with my schedule, this is the best way for me to do it. Because what happens with Kerbal, I love Kerbal so much that I will sit here and I will play for fucking, you've seen it, 9 hours straight, right? And what happens is I get really burnt out, right? And then I don't stream for a while. And I think the best way to do this is to keep you wanting more. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share, get tattoos of me on your body, and join the Karen Empire Discord. I have pinned that link to the comments. If you join the Karen Empire, you can compete in challenges, you can post and see screenshots, learn a lot about space, ask questions, and generally just step deeper into your love and obsession of Kerbal Space Program. Because where else are you gonna do it? Honestly, they've abandoned our love, our game, and the sequel was trash. So if you want more out of Kerbal, you need to join the Karen Empire. Where you fall into that is completely up to you. I know, Void. I'm glad you're here. But all of
what?
you, thank you very much. Bane, any parting words before we end?
Uh, uh, I'm on Discord. I'm going to be streaming KSP stock. So, if you want to hop in and just talk for a little bit, go ahead.
Okay. And I will talk to you guys later. Once again, thank you so much for being here. We're going to get the details of always wipe front to back. Absolutely always wipe front to back. Thank you, Bane. We'll get the details of the next challenge put up into the Discord so everybody knows what they need to do. And tomorrow, hold on, tomorrow we will further our development, start taking out some tourist contracts. I know we have some science to do on the surface. I think we're going to build a rover to start scouting for the perfect area to start building up our lunar colony. So join me here tomorrow, same time, about 4 p.m. Central to about 7 p.m. Central. That's the best you're going to get out of me. And we'll continue on from there. Thank you, Bean, for having me tonight with you, and you guys have a great night.
Ooh, fish.
No fish.